All right. I think we are officially live here on this Friday. Let's see here, almost before Halloween here. What is it? October 30th. And actually yesterday I thought the 30th was Halloween. I guess I forgot that it was on the 31st. Anyway, we are going to do our jam session here. It doesn't feel like a Friday to me for some reason. It just feels like maybe a Thursday or maybe a Wednesday, but it's actually Friday. So today, what I decided to do for our jam session is we are going to be talking because, well, really it's about email, but it's going to be about promoting during fourth quarter, the holidays, and what really makes a good promotional email, and not even just one email, but what makes a good promotion. So I thought it was timely because right now we're moving into the fourth quarter. If you have an email list, you should be, number one, you should be sending them stuff on a regular basis and not just hammer them with offer after offer. The second thing is you should be planning out your promotions. And we'll go through that here in this coffee talk and in this jam session. But I did want to welcome you guys. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. The sun is out here today, finally. The storms have passed. So we're going to have a good day, I believe. I hope. Yes, we will. We are going to have a good day. So, all right. So what we're going to be doing again, like I said, this is going to be our jam session. If you guys are just tuning in and this is your first time attending one of these jam sessions, welcome. But this is where I usually start with a question that I've received in the past or a topic. And then from there, what we'll do is we'll dig deeper into that, or I'll just open it up for some questions. So that's what we're going to be doing here today on this Friday morning. Now, I don't do this often, but I do want to kind of throw it out there. You know, this coffee talk is all about me showing up, answering some questions, hanging out with you guys. I want to invite more people if you think that they're the right fit. So do me a favor, share this with people that you think that would get value from this. Again, I don't care if it's that big. I just want to know that we have the right people. That also goes for our Rock Your Brand group that we have over there. We just crossed 500 people in that, by the way, which is pretty exciting. So again, just let people know about that group. You can go to takeactioncrew.com and it'll take them right to that page or that group. The other thing I wanted to say before we do dig in here is today is the last day for open enrollment for Brand Creators Academy. So we are going to be open until tonight at midnight Eastern time. And then from there, we will be closing, but we'll be opening it for applications. Okay, so the way that this is going to work is it's going to, basically tonight, it will close for open enrollment. Tomorrow, it should be updated, fingers crossed, and the page will still be live, but the to be able to join will not be, it won't be as easy as just clicking on it, putting in your information, and then joining. And there's a couple reasons why we're doing that. But tonight will be the last time that you can get in without having to go through an application, without having a private invitation. That's what we're going to be doing moving forward. So we will be collecting applications. We'll be periodically going through and doing approvals and then inviting people in. So if you're at all interested and you want to have a support group, a mastermind in a sense, to where we get to help you every single day, every single month, we do 2 live coaching calls or Q&A calls, hot seat calls. We do all kinds of good stuff there where we connect with each other, but we also have training. And there's also another announcement that I'm going to be doing here on Monday that, well, inside of the Academy, they're getting what this announcement is for free. So more on that, but there's always going to be trainings that we're creating for the public, but then the public will, or I'm sorry, the Academy members will always get those as part of their membership. So again, just wanted to kind of throw that out there. If you guys are at all interested, let me throw up that little banner that I created before we kick this officially off for the jam session. And if I can find that, oh, there it is, brandcreators.com/join. And if you know someone that would be a good fit or someone that's been on the fence, you might want to go ahead and give them a little nudge and say, hey, you might want to get in there before tonight, because tonight is when we are closing the enrollment. So anyway, go ahead. Let people know, or if you are that one that's on the fence, if you have any questions on that, I'm more than happy to answer them for you here today. Or if you want to send me an email, a direct message, doesn't matter. I will reply because usually on the last day, that's honestly when we get most of our enrollments. because people wait to the last minute. It's just the way it works. And today I'm going to actually go through somewhat what we did here for this open, because this open was a promotion and it kind of leans on email and how you do a promotion. So I'm going to be talking about that on today's Coffee Talk. All right. So before we do kick it off, let me go ahead and throw up my official banner here. But this one here is for if you want to join. So brandcreators.com/join. But this one here is going to be our jam session one. And where is that one? Let's see here. I usually have it nice and handy. There it is. Friday Jams. Ask your question. All right. So again, drop them in the comments if you guys have any questions as I'm going through this, or if you just have any random questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. All right, good. So we got, let's see here. We got Kay in the house. What's up, Kay? Kate, good morning. This week flew by. Yes, it did. What's up, Karen? Good morning, Scott and Rockers. Cold weather here. Long John weather. Wow, really? Beautiful day out here. I think it's chilly, but it's, I think 60, 62. It's going to get up to about 70, 72 today. Wow, it's snowing in Massachusetts. Wow, that is too soon. Phil, what's up? Oh, Iva. I'm sorry, Iva. Hello, good morning. Kate has 2 questions already that came up this week. All right, let's we'll dive into that once we get into the Q&A. All right. Let's see here. Oh, and you have a second question. All right. Good morning, Ruth. What's up? Always good to see you in the house. Derek's in the house from Atlanta. What's up? Salam is in the house. What's up? A lot of our regulars are showing up here today, and I love it. So, guys, thank you for showing up. Oh, Jana, what's up? Good morning to you as well. Just popped in there. What's up? All right, cool. So like I said, we are going to be kicking off this jam session. This is, it's been an amazing week, just for a lot of different reasons other than my back. I think I told you guys I pulled my back. I got another funny story for you before we go here. I hope you guys don't mind. This is a coffee talk. This is what we do, right? We share stories. So you guys know, if you guys were here on Monday, I tweaked my back, and I don't even know how. Right. And my back's always kind of vulnerable. It's always, you got to be careful. And, I tweaked it. So I can be careful. I'm not going to, lift anything heavy. I'm just going to be careful. It's just annoying, but just going to be careful. And so this morning, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm even thinking in my head, I might even, go outside. I've got this fire pit that I want to put together for Halloween. So I'm thinking I might go out there and start tinkering with that thing. And so then I get my coffee ready. I'm starting to get my coffee ready. And I've got this little spigot that has all of my reverse osmosis machine that gives me my purified water. It's beautiful. I love it. So I do that. I fill up my little coffee maker there with some fresh water. I go on over, I get the coffee ready, and I notice that there's a water coming out around the little spigot thing. And I'm like, that's weird. Like, how is it my glass that's leaking? Like something's leaking. And so then I get under the cabinet there and I look underneath, and yep, I noticed it. Well, there must be a crack in the spigot itself underneath, way underneath. And it's such a pain to get to. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to shut the water off. I'm not going to deal with that right now, but I got to take this little fitting off in order to get the thing disconnected. So I reach under there, I get my pliers, I get under there. The other side of my back, I felt it go. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So there I am, crippled on the floor, pretty much reaching over with one hand, trying not to hurt my back anymore. And so I have another nagging backache on my left-hand side now, which feels more like a pulled muscle in a sense. So yeah, that's how we started the day, but it's still going to be a positive day. We're not going to let that get in our way. And as I sit here, it's sore, really sore actually, but I'm going to be okay. So anyway, we all have those days, right? We all have those days. How do we get through it? Well, we jump on and we talk to people like you guys, or we jump into BCA and we kind of, we reach out for that support, that help, that encouragement. It's really important. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to it. All right, cool. You guys don't want to keep hearing about my back issues. Let's kick this off. I'm going to officially kick it off. You guys know how it goes because this is going to turn into a podcast episode. I'm going to pull up my notes here. And the title of this one is going to be, what are the best email promotion strategies during the holidays? All right. So you guys know how it goes. Here we go. All right, guys, welcome to another jam session where we get to hang out and talk about business, about life, and just get to hang out and just, discuss things. And that's what we're going to do here today. And if you're listening to this on the podcast and you're not here live, well, you should be here because that's where we get to hang out with some really cool people and we get to discuss business. And today we're going to be talking about what are the best email promotion strategies during the holidays. That's a question that gets asked quite often. Like, Scott, how do I promote my products? Not even if it's for the holidays, but just how do I promote my products? How do I do it in a way that people are going to want to buy it, but they're not going to, they're not going to be mad at me. So I've got some things here, and there's some critical things that we need to consider before we even write an email that's going to make this work. And there's a few mistakes that I see people making, and I'm going to hopefully shed a little light on those, and you guys will avoid those. All right. So that's what we're going to be talking about on this jam session. Now, I did want to remind you, if you want to join us on a Friday jam session or on our Monday, Wednesday coffee talks, all you need to do is head over to takeactioncrew.com. Again, that's takeactioncrew.com, and you can do it right there. Okay. What you'll do is you'll go over to our Rock Your Brand group, which just passed 500 people in that, which is awesome. And you can be part of that group. All right. So you'll also be able to tune in here on these coffee talks if you want to. All right. But we really think that you should. It's pretty awesome. All right. So let's kind of dig in here. So if you are thinking to yourself, I want to write a promotion to my email list. You can, but you just can't expect it to be successful if all you're going to do is just write an email and say, hey, just want to let you know, I've got this offer. Here it is. Right. We got to do better than that. There's a lot of other things that we need to do beforehand before we ever send an email. Okay. So there's some things that we have to consider. Now, if you're listening to this or watching this and you do not have an email list yet, you're going to see after I get done explaining all of this, why you want an email list. Okay. And by the way, a little shameless plug here. If you go to brandcreators.com/list, you can go through our email list building fast track workshop, which will get you up and running and really allow you to build your list up to 500 subscribers within 30 days or less. So there's a little plug. Okay. It's a great program. A lot of people have already went through it. A lot of people are already making progress. So again, if you have not built a list, this is why you want to be able to have the power of a list and really the ability to reach people whenever you want. Okay. So the number one thing that you need to make this promotion, that you need to make this promotion work is the very first thing is you need to have a relationship with your email list. All right. So before you ever send a promotional, like a hardcore promotional email, you need to let them know that you are there not just to sell them stuff, but to give them useful information so you can start to build that relationship, that know, like, and trust. All right. The know, like, and trust. I want you to think about that for a minute. If you had someone that just randomly came up to you and said, hey, will you give me $10? I need to go on over here and buy some paint. Right. You're like, well, who does that? Right. We don't just want to walk up to someone and ask them for money for no reason at all. And we don't even know them. Like, you wouldn't do that. Okay. Now, would you walk up to someone and go, hey, my ATM isn't working. Is there any way I can borrow $10? Give me your address and I'll mail it to you. You could do it. It's still, you could do it. It's just that person's going to be like, am I ever going to see my money again? Right. Because they don't know you. So we have to build the relationship first. So I always want to set the stage there with that. Okay. So right now, depending on when you're listening to this, and if you're listening to this on the podcast, this is past, but right now we are open for enrollment for Brand Creators Academy. If you're listening to this on the podcast, it's not open right now, but you can apply if you go to brandcreatorsacademy.com. But I've sent a lot of emails with not asking for anything other than just delivering value or driving them over to a podcast episode or driving them over to a blog post or sending them over here to these coffee talks. These coffee talks are a way to build a relationship. So I just want to be very clear. Okay, before we start thinking about the promotion, we need to think about the right? The pre-stage. Like, what are we doing to allow ourselves to do that? So first and foremost, if we're leading up to the holidays right now, which if you're listening to this, at the time that this airs, we are before the holidays, you still have time Because what you want to do is you want to send them at least one email a week with not selling anything. Okay. Or if you are going to sell something, it's got to be very, very subtle, but you also have to, the balance needs to be 80% value, 20% pitch, something like that, or maybe 90-10. Okay. In the beginning, 90-10. Then when you go into a promotion, you can go a little harder and get away with it. Okay. So just understand, we always want to be thinking about that. So if you don't send them regular emails, it's going to be weird if you just come out of the blue and be like, hey, my name's Scott, I want to sell you something, right? It's just, that's a turnoff. We don't want that. You don't want that. I don't want that. Okay. So that's the first thing I just want to make very, very clear. And I'm going to assume that you've already been doing that. And if you haven't, you need to start doing that. So that's like phase one in this. In order to make a promotion work, you got to have phase one going. Okay. So that's that. Now let's get into the steps that really make this happen. Okay. That you need to have in place. Number one, you need to have a great offer. The offer needs to be great. I can't tell you how many people say, I'm going to run a promotion for 10% off of my thing. Seriously. Like, are we gonna jump up and down and go, yay, I get 10%? No, if you're in a checkout, if you're already committed to buying something and you see that they're going to offer you an extra 10%, that's cool, but it doesn't get me to jump through a hoop to go get it at 10% off. It doesn't get me excited. So if you're not going to be able to discount your product, and hey, if you don't want to discount like we don't discount Brand Creators Academy, we'll add bonuses, but we don't discount it. You can't join, for 50% off right now, right? We're not going to do that. We don't want to do that because we know that the value in there is way more than what we're charging. But will I offer a bonus, an incentive if you join within this period? Yes. Okay. Or will I make it available only for a certain period of time? Yes. Okay. But you want that offer to be super strong. Okay. And if you're selling a physical product, that could be, I've talked about it, digital products. Give them a digital product, right? Give them a digital product that you could offer them, or create a video series that helps them, that could become a digital asset that no one else has, access to, but could be worth $40 or something, right? So you got to have the offer. All right. You got to have the offer. So you need to think up the offer. What is the offer that you're going to be able to do? Is it a discount? Is it a discount plus bonus? Is it a bonus? Is it 3 bonuses? The other thing you could do is have a bonus, or you could have 3 bonuses. And then maybe the next day you take 1 away and now it's only 2. And the next day you take away another one and now it's only 1. Or you can do it the other way. Start with 1 bonus. The next day, add another bonus. And the third day, add another bonus. That's what we call stacking. Okay. But the offer is what's going to get people to jump, okay, during a promotion like this, okay? So we want to think about that. So you might want to sit down, look and see, what do you have that's a resource, right? Or that's an asset that you can do, right? So I'll give you an example. So when you join Brand Creators Academy, one of the bonuses is you're going to get our recordings from Brand Accelerator Live, okay? 2019 and 2020. Well, if you attended that event, if you came in at the lowest tier, it's $500 to attend for the live event. And then the virtual was, I believe we were like $149, $199. Okay. So if you just took those two together, you're like, that's a $700 value. You're getting access to that just for joining, right? So it's a bonus. Did it cost us anything extra? No. Right? It's already done. It's already there. So as you're creating some assets in your business, and that's why I'm a big fan of creating digital products, which, by the way, got something coming pretty soon. If you're listening to this on the podcast, you'll be hearing more about that as well. But yeah, so when you have these digital products, you can start to bundle. You can start to add them as bonuses. Okay. So the offer, that's why I'm really kind of going deep here on the offer. The offer is a huge thing to make this work. All right. So the offer. All right. Number 2, you need a reason why. Why are you doing it? Okay. So one of the reasons why we opened Brand Creators Academy for the last time to the public, by the way, after this, it's going to be by application. It's going to be by private invites. So the reason why we decided to do this last one was because we wanted to celebrate our 1-year anniversary. Okay. There's the reason why. The reason why we are opening one last time is because it's our anniversary. And we're also going to tell them the reason why we're not going to open it to the public again. The reason why is because we want to make sure that we are screening the people coming through. We also want it to really filter out and really self-qualify people so they're at a certain level when they come in. We also want to be able to make sure that they're the right people. And the way to do that is you have an application, and then you also have a private invite. So if someone attends one of our other workshops, they are now, they're basically invited in. Okay. So that's the reason why. You can't just say, well, you can, but it won't work as well. Hey, we decided to do this just because we decided to do it. We just wanted to do it this weekend. It's not as powerful. Right. I did for Brand Creators Academy back in July. We opened, when did we open? We opened, I think it was June. And then for my birthday, it was like June something, I believe, or maybe July 1st. For my birthday, which is July 30th, I decided to do a 24-hour open, and that was it. I had a reason why. Why did I do it? Because it was my birthday. I felt like it and I want to celebrate, right? That was it. That's the reason. Okay. So you have to have a reason, and you want to explain the reason. Why are you doing this promotion, and why is it limited? Okay. Which is going to bring me into my next thing. You need to have some type of deadline. There needs to be a piece of scarcity in place, meaning, and we all react to it. Think about how many times, well, look at Black Friday. The reason why that's been always so successful is because for 24 hours, and then they've extended it to like 2 days, the week of, like all of that stuff. But it's because it's only that one day. Look at Cyber Monday, or look at Prime Day, right? There's 1 day or 2 days. There's a deadline. We all react on deadlines. Okay. Another perfect example is Kohl's. My wife, frequently shops at Kohl's. She gets Kohl's Cash. That Kohl's Cash expires. And if you don't use it, you lose it. Deadline, right? We always react on deadlines. We all do. I do. You do. We all do. It's just human nature. Okay. So you want to have some form of deadline. Again, the reason why. Okay. So I have here another point that says, let them know it's coming. Okay. We want to let them know it's coming. We do not just want to pop in on a Monday and go, hey, just want to let you know, we decided to do this promotion and here it is. Boom. We didn't give our email list enough time to get excited about it, to think about it, to understand, right, what's coming. So we always want to give our email list, we want to give them pre-notice, right? We want to let them know before it's actually going to happen. So we always want to let them know it's coming, even if it's just 2 days before it's happening. Okay. We want to set it up. Okay. Then we can go on and start the promotion, really. Okay. So we've just basically built up the promotion, and then from there, we actually open and then we close. Okay. So this is what it would look like. So let me just kind of recap too. Great offer. Okay. Could be bonuses, could be price, could be both. We need a reason why, and we need to let them know it's coming. Okay. So there's 3 critical pieces to this. All right. Now that we have them all in place, now what we can do after we let them know, because letting them know is part of that promotion in my eyes. We have to prep and prepare for the promotion. Okay. We have to prep ourselves, and we also have to prep and prepare our audience. Okay. So the email number 1 is going to be something's coming. Here it is. Okay. So if you're interested, be ready. Okay. The second email that's going to go out, which will be the day that it's available, will be like, hey, here it is. Today's the official day. Super excited. Okay. And then you also remind them why, and you remind them of the deadline. Okay. So you need to set that deadline so they know that it's there. They also will know that, oh, I got a couple days. I got 3 days, right? That's why when we open Brand Creators Academy, it's generally 5 days open. We're not doing that anymore, but we will. I mean, depending on when you're watching this or listening to this, we did it up until October 30th. But we always notice that you get like a good amount in the beginning, and then you have this, kind of trickle. And then the very last day is when you'll get a majority, right? And it's the way that all promotions work. Okay. Because again, you have time. Okay. But time's running out. Okay. So we want to remind them of that. And you got to also remember, not everyone reads your emails. Everyone doesn't read every single email you send. So someone might come in on the next email and go, oh, I didn't hear about that. Oh, cool. I'm going to go check it out. Okay. So we always want to be very, very clear on that. All right. All right. So let me see here. Okay. So the next thing that we want to do. So again, I'm going to go into the emails. Email number one, we want to let them know something's coming. Okay. Email number two is it's now available. Here it is. And here I'm going to remind you the why, and I'm going to remind you of the deadline. Okay. So that's number two. Number three is going to be the next morning. That's going to remind them of the offer, the special, the thing that you're offering. Okay. So number three, or email number three, is really just a reminder. Hey, just in case you missed yesterday, we opened, we're offering our special Black Friday sale or pre-sale. Maybe it's before Black Friday, which we did that last year in the brand that we just recently sold. Worked great. I would encourage you to do that up until Black Friday too, because Black Friday is going to be kind of crazy, right? Give them the chance to not fight crowds, right? Fight the internet crowds. So if you have physical products, it might be a good idea to do that. And the reason why you would be doing that, here you go. Here's your reason why, is because fulfilling your order on a physical product is going to be harder, and you want to be guaranteed you get it for Christmas. So that's why we're going to do it a little bit early. So this way here, we can help you out, right? That's it. That's the reason why. Okay. So we're going to remind them that next morning, hey, just wanted to make sure that you got the email yesterday. We officially made our, crazy Black Friday sale available. We're doing it obviously because we want to make sure that you can get your items before the holidays. So if you need more of the details, here's the link. If you just want to go directly to grab yours, go here. If you have any questions, let me know. Look forward to, hearing from, how you use the product or whatever you want to throw in there. Again, it's going to depend on the product, but you kind of want to keep it personal or personable, but you also want to get direct to the offer. Okay. Because in that email, you are just basically selling, right? But you still want to be conversational about it. All right. So that's email number three. Okay. So if we're going to do this as a 3-day promotion, so I think this is important. If you're doing it as a 3-day promotion, you got the day of the promotion is one email. The next day you have an email. Okay. And then the final day, this is where you can send 2 to 3 emails. I know. It's kind of scary to send 2 or maybe 3 emails. Oh my gosh, people are going to unsubscribe. They might. Okay. It's okay. All right. So email number 4 is going to be the day that the deal is going to end. All right. So at the time of me doing this coffee talk, this jam session, we are closing Brand Creators Academy. This morning, before I got on here, I wrote an email, and then I'm going to write another one tonight at 6 o'clock. And then I'm going to write another one for 9:30 because we close at midnight. And every single time I do that, you will see 2 things. 1, people will open it. People will click. People will make a decision. Okay. And number 2, people will unsubscribe. It's just the way it's going to happen. And it's okay. So if they don't see the value that you've given them up to that point, as long as you've given them value. Now, I feel really comfortable because I have given so much value. Here I am today, not charging a thing to give you this, this strategy, this advice on what I would do if I was in your shoes, and I'm not charging you anything for it, right? I'm doing it because I want you to use this. I want you to get a result. And if you don't join Brand Creators Academy now, that's fine. Maybe you're going to apply in a month from now, and then you become a member. Like, who knows? Or maybe you're going to join one of our workshops. Maybe you're going to go through the email list building workshop now, right? Because I'm sharing this with you, right? So I know that I'm delivering value throughout the entire year. So when I promote, I can promote. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. And it sounds kind of, mean in a sense, but you basically don't see the value that I've given you up to this point. You should give me the right to be able to let people into something that I offer for sale. Just the way, that's the way I look at it. And I think that you would agree. All right. So moving on. So that's on email number 4 is remind them it's ending soon. That's the morning. And then if all you're going to do is send one more, I would send it probably 3 to 4 hours before you're actually going to, make it expire. Okay. And then if you did want to do it the other way, I would send 3 on that day, morning, like late afternoon or dinner time. And then I would do, probably like 3 to 4 hours before it's going to end. That's what I would do. And that's the promotion. That's it, right? So basically it's like 5 emails. The one is going to prep and let people know it's coming. Is that 5? Let's see. 1, then you got 2, and then you got, and then you got the pre one. So we're talking like, depending on how many you're going to send on that last day, because there could be 3 included there, you could be at 6. Okay. But totally up to you. But I'm telling you right now, I've been doing this for a long time. Okay. And I looked at this the other day. It was like 2001 is when I became self-employed. And I was building a list. This is funny. I was building a list back in the day, probably back in 2003. I was building a list by taking a fishbowl and putting it on a table at a gala that we were one of the vendors for our photography studio. We were one of the vendors there giving away. Number one, we had to donate like a photo shoot. And then what we did is we raffled off, if you wanted to enter in our fishbowl with your name and email address, we were going to pick one winner and you would get I think it was like a $250 photo session. Okay. So what did we do? We collected people that are interested in getting their pictures taken because they have kids. And then what we did is we had to manually enter them into our Gmail. Not, it wasn't even Gmail, it was Yahoo. And then we would blind copy everyone so then everyone wouldn't see their emails. That was our email marketing back then. But then we would sell out our holiday sessions like that. We would sell them out in July because of an email list, because we did promotions. We had scarcity. We had deadlines. We had reasons why. We had, being exclusive, because if you couldn't get in, you couldn't get in because there's only 2 of us. Okay. So when I'm telling you guys this, I mean, here we are in 2020. It's the same thing. Doesn't matter. Okay. Whether you're in a brick and mortar business, you're selling, arts and crafts, supplies, whatever, or if you are selling a service-based business, or if you're doing what I'm doing and selling information basically, or coaching, we're all wired the same in a sense. Okay. We're all driven by that. And email is a way to be able to reach your audience whenever you want. And if you do it right, meaning you deliver value throughout the entire year, you can promote. And if you promote it with a start and an end date in mind, then that's going to add scarcity. You create a great offer and then you throw it out there. It'll do well. Okay. So anyway, if we have any questions on that, now's the time. Let's go ahead and answer these questions. So Kate did have a question here first. Let's see here. First off, I'll read this. Kate said, my favorite part of the list building class is that it's broken down into a step-by-step process. I will finish up my lead magnet today. The next thing I will do is go to the create a landing page section and follow the simplified steps for that step by step. Yes, that is exactly why we did it that way, Kate, because so many people try to overcomplicate this thing and it does not have to be. So cool. That's so funny, Kay, that you said that you need BioFreeze for your back. Yeah. Well, if you guys are just tuning in, or if you missed this on the podcast, maybe it doesn't make the air. I pulled my back, Monday, and then I pulled it this morning as well. So yeah, I did use BioFreeze. I love that stuff. All right. So, okay, here is Kate again. Okay. So I have 2 questions that came up for me this week. In creating my lead magnet, I'm wondering if I should create it in a Word or PDF format. I don't really have any idea. I'm making big progress on my lead magnet and it makes me feel so much better. Well, that's awesome. You see how that confidence, kind of comes out now? And it's like, that's going to go on to, now we're going to build the landing page and then we're going to start running traffic, like all of that stuff. And I'll tell you what, when you start taking action, you start to see progress, you get confidence. So that's awesome. So what I would say is a PDF. You always want a PDF. I would not do it in a Word doc because Word docs are going to show up differently for everyone on different computers, right? Or different, whatever operating system they're using. PDFs are generally universal. So I would always say do a PDF, always. All right. Second question. Is it urgent or isn't urgent, but it's on my mind to sign up to be an affiliate? Do you need to have a lot of, or on your email list for them to accept you? So are you talking about an affiliate for like a private company, or is it for like Amazon? So I guess that would be the question that I would come back and ask you. If it's just trying to sign up for Amazon as an affiliate, no, you don't have to have any list or anything like that. They don't want you to have a list. Well, they don't want you to promote through your email. They want you to send people to like content or directly to like the what do you call it? The company's site. But with doing that is you run the risk of them going around your link. So we don't want that. So what I would advise doing there, and this is a little side note, is I would create a blog post that is talking about the products that you're promoting and then drive people to your blog post. That way you control that. So hopefully that helped you. If it's a private affiliate, they may look at the size of your list, but for the most part, they don't really care. They just want to know that you're sending it out to targeted people. So yeah, I don't think that's an issue. Okay, let's see here. Oh, cool. Kate, are there 2 monthly calls for BCA scheduled? When are they? Yeah, Kate, when you go into the private Facebook group, you're going to see an event calendar there. In the event calendar, they're already pre-scheduled, I think 6 months out. But they're basically on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And that's every other week. And we do one that is basically just a free or a free-for-all Q&A call where Chris and I will just field a whole bunch of questions that come in either through the week or live. And then the second one that we do, we've been doing this as a test. It's been working out really good, is we do a virtual call where we all jump on Zoom and we're face-to-face. And those have been really fun. So yes, they are in there and they're scheduled. Let's see here. Kay says, I've seen some brands email about the upcoming holiday specials, opt in to get on the VIP discount list. What are your thoughts about that strategy? Well, I think what you're doing there is you're building a kind of like an early bird list or a list that is really hyper targeted. So what I would say is if you have a list, and I've done this, where you build like a pre-launch list, what you do is you say, I'm going to be sending this out to, our early bird, list. If you want to be part of that, our early VIP list. So, because this would only really work if you have a limited quantity or something like that. That's the only reason why you would want them to re-opt in. Now, I don't necessarily think that you have to have them re-opt in. You can just basically, after they click on your link, you can tag them, right? So if you know that they're interested, if you say, hey, click here if you want to see the details of this and you want to be put on the early notification list, go here to do that. That will automatically tag them. And then when you write an email, you can just write it, to the people that have been tagged. It makes it easier for them to have to re-enter their name and email address. I have done it that way where I'll have them re-opt in again. So it's actually another hoop that they have to jump through, but it also shows how interested they are. And then you're able to send to that pre-launch list. But you're still going to want to send to your entire list too. So yes, I don't like it just as being like a VIP like list. I like it to be, because then it's like you're building up just something that's like, they want discounts. They want, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that. It can work. But I wouldn't want to build my list off of a VIP model. Let's see here. How often should we promote discount to our offers? I'm going to pull a Chris Schaefer here. It depends. It really does. I don't think that you should be discounting all the time. I think if anything, you might want to add some bonuses, but you also don't want to be predictable. You don't want people to go like, oh, I'll just skip it. I mean, they're going to run that same special next week, right? So we want to be careful of that. Let's see. Any other quick questions here before we wrap up the jam session here? And guys, if you are listening to this on the podcast and you want to be part of our live jam sessions, head on over to takeactioncrew.com. You'll get all the details over there. You'll be able to join our Rock Your Brand Facebook group. And from there, you'll also be notified when we do our Monday, Wednesday, Friday coffee talks, which Friday is our jam session. So if you're interested, head on over to takeactioncrew.com. And if you are interested in joining Brand Creators Academy and you're listening to this after October 30th, you can go to brandcreatorsacademy.com or you can go to brandcreators.com/join. And from there, it'll take you to a page with everything that is outlined and detailed. And at that time, you will be able to apply to become a member. All right. And that's where all the information will be. So after October 30th, which this episode will air after that, if you're listening to this live, well, you might have some time. We are going to be going to a pure application only or a private invite only for people that are being accepted into the academy. All right. So, but if you guys want to show up here live, or if you just want to maybe watch some of the recordings of the coffee talks, you can always do that inside the Rock Your Brand group. All right. And you can find that by heading over to, let's see here, takeactioncrew.com. That's why we call it Take Action Crew, because it's a bunch of action takers. That's what we do. All right. So I think that's it, guys. That's going to wrap it up. All right. So come back here Monday. We're going to do another coffee talk. We'll be jamming just like we're doing here today, which is always fun. If you guys have any questions in the meantime, you can always drop a comment or just, let me know, DM me, private message me, whatever, and I'll try to get back to you. All right, guys, take care. Take action. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.